If freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am I owe to my mother. I attribute my success in life to the moral, intellectual, and physical education I received from her. But lest some unlucky event should happen unfavorable to my reputation, I beg it may be remembered by every gentleman in the room that I this day declare with the utmost sincerity, I do not think myself equal to the command I am honored with. Human happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. Associate yourself with men of good quality, if you esteem your own reputation, for 'tis better to be alone than in bad company. Let us therefore animate and encourage each other, and show the whole world that a freeman, contending for liberty on his own ground, is superior to any slavish mercenary on earth. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. The turning points of lives are not the great moments. The real crises are often concealed in occurrences so trivial in appearance that they pass unobserved. I conceive a knowledge of books is the basis upon which other knowledge is to be built. Paper money has had the effect in your state that it will ever have, to ruin commerce, oppress the honest, and open the door to every species of fraud and injustice. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. The great rule of conduct for us, in regard to foreign nations, is, in extending our commercial relations, to have with them as little political connection as possible. It is substantially true that virtue or morality is a necessary spring of popular government. The rule, indeed, extends with more or less force to every species of free government. Gentlemen, you will permit me to put on my spectacles, for I have grown not only gray, but almost blind in the service of my country. Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. Strive not with your superiors in argument, but always submit your judgment to others with modesty. A slender acquaintance with the world must convince every man that actions, not words, are the true criterion of the attachment of friends. It is far better to be alone than to be in bad company. Some day, following the example of the United States of America, there will be a United States of Europe. No pecuniary consideration is more urgent than the regular redemption and discharge of the public debt. On none can delay be more injurious, or an economy of time more valuable. Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. The reflection upon my situation and that of this army produces many an uneasy hour when all around me are wrapped in sleep. Few people know the predicament we are in. A man ought not to value himself of his achievements or rare qualities of wit, much less of his riches, virtue, or kindred. Let your conversation be without malice or envy, for it is a sign of a tractable and commendable nature, and in all cases of passion admit reason to govern. The great mass of our citizens require only to understand matters rightly, to form right decisions. Religious controversies are always productive of more acrimony and irreconcilable hatreds than those which spring from any other cause. Associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. The nation which indulges toward another a habitual hatred or a habitual fondness is in some degree a slave. It is a slave to its animosity or to its affection, either of which is sufficient to lead it astray from its duty and its interest. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. Reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principles.